Hello? Hello, I'm back today with a fun little video. This is my pack with me / what's in my travel makeup bag. This time last year, almost to the exact date, Chris and I went to Disneyland, and I had posted a little video on my Instagram story of my travel makeup bag, and I had a bunch of people ask me what I bring with me when I travel and if I had filmed a what's in my travel makeup bag. Well, I did, but you never saw that video. What had happened was we went on our trip and then we got back and then life happened and Christmas came and I just completely lost track of that video. So today I'm going to refilm that because funny enough, as you're watching this, I'll be back at Disneyland causing a ruckus, and California Adventure Park, and getting butterbeer wasted at Universal Studios. Yes, Chris and I are going back because we're a couple of 31-year-olds who could go anywhere in the world on their vacation time, but we're choosing Disneyland again. I'm very excited about this, and you and I are gonna be packing my makeup today. Before I get into it, I just wanna let you know that I'm a real basic ass traveler. I don't bring a whole lot of shit with me. I just bring the things that I absolutely need. I'm not trying to win a pageant when I'm traveling. I'm just trying to look a little cute and have my makeup last all day and stand the test of all of the rides that I'm gonna go on. Chris and I are like children. We go balls to the wall. We go on like pretty much every single ride, so I need my makeup to keep up with me. I think this video will be a great way for you to gauge, it's cliche to say, but my holy grail ride or die products that I trust enough to travel with. Like I said, I don't bring a lot of stuff with me, but what I do bring with me, I really trust and love. I highly doubt you will see me, but if you do, come say hello, and I hope I'm not a sweaty fucking mess. That's all I want in life, really, is to just not be a sweaty mess when I'm out in public, you know? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna sign off now because I know future me will forget to, so thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and staying subscribed. Let's get into it. This right here is my travel makeup bag. I purchased it from Forever 21, I wanna say 4 or 5 years ago. I liked it so much that I actually have 4 of them. I keep 2 of them in my professional makeup kit, and then I have 2 for travel, 1 for makeup and 1 for skincare. These are so deep. They're like a bottomless pit. I can fit so much makeup in here. I can fit my makeup and then some, so it's awesome. I like to start out with my brushes and my brush cleaner. I don't bring too many brushes with me. I bring just enough to turn out a look, and to do that I only require 2 or 3 eye brushes and a couple face brushes. So for my foundation, I'm bringing the Sephora brand Airbrush Precision Foundation Brush. It's awesome. It's got short little dense packed bristles. As the name states, it does give a very airbrushed look to the foundation. I like to start with brushes first because I can lay them on the bottom of the bag and they don't get damaged this way. Next, I've got my Sigma tapered highlighter brush. I like to use this for bronzer around my temple, sometimes applying a loose powder underneath my eyes, and then I like to clean it off and use it for blush, so it's like multi-purpose. I'm also bringing my MAC 132 brush. Sometimes I like to alternate between this one and that little Sigma one for bronzer. I also like to use this to apply bronzer to my neck and my chest. It's great for a larger surface area. For highlighter, I'm bringing my little Real Techniques setting brush. For my nose highlight specifically, I'm bringing my Morphe M321, and I can use this to blow out an eyeshadow on my lower lash line as well. And for my eyeshadow, starting at the bottom, I'm bringing my Sigma tapered blending brush. This is the F40. I like to blow out my eyeshadow all over my lid using this. It's like one of my favorite brushes to do that. I use it every single day. And then I'm bringing a MAC 217 brush if I want to throw some color in the outer corner of my eye, build up the crease a little bit. And then I'm bringing a MAC 221. This is for detail work in the crease. It's a little bit more precise. Second from the top is my MAC 242 brush. I cannot live without this. I use it every single day of my life. It's just the greatest brush to carve out my brows and sort of clean up the brow bone area. It's just perfect. And if I want to, I can use it to pack on like a shimmer shade in the center of my eye. It's multi-purpose, it's awesome. And at the very top, I've got my Sigma large shader brush. This is the E60, and I like to use this specifically to highlight underneath my eye and right up against my nose. I always take a lighter pressed powder and I brighten up just right up to my nose to give it a more slender look. Honestly, I could probably get away with just bringing this Sigma tapered blending brush for my eyeshadow, but I'm spoiling myself and I'm bringing a couple more. This is my little brush cleaner bottle. It used to be a Lise Watier brush cleaner, but I put Cinema Secrets in it. I use this for travel and every day. And just to be safe, because sometimes this may leak, I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. Also place that on the bottom. I'm also gonna bring one beauty sponge. This is the Professional Beauty Blender. What I love doing is stealing the little soaps from hotel rooms. You know, those little soaps that we all avoid that we would never use on our bodies in a million years? Well, those are great for cleaning beauty blenders. I always take them home with me. That's how I clean my beauty blender when I'm traveling and when I'm at home. I have like a whole collection of stolen hotel soaps. Try it, seriously, it's the best thing ever. I'm gonna pack everything in the order that I would apply it to my face. I don't normally travel with primer, but this time around, I'm gonna bring my Tatcha Silk Canvas because I wanna put it to the test and I wanna see if it's gonna help my foundation last all throughout the day when I'm going ham and cheese in Disneyland. I still haven't made up my mind about this primer, and this is how much I've used so far. Like, it feels super nice on the skin, but I can't tell if I just have a real bomb foundation on my face or if it's the primer or if it's just my skin, because Tatcha skincare has been working wonders, you know what I'm saying? So jury is still out on that one. For foundation, I'm going to bring my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I do not travel without this. This is my go-to foundation. Anytime I want to look flawless, I wear this. And that little pump on the top I got from MAC. It makes a huge difference having a pump, and the pump locks in place so it doesn't spill all over my makeup bag. And this is the shade that I use when I'm self-tanned. I self-tan my face, and this matches me perfectly when I'm self-tanned. Sometimes it's a little light, which is why I'm also gonna bring the shade Rattan. If I need to mix the two, I will do so depending on how dark my face ends up being. To this day, I have not been able to find a better foundation than Double Wear. I even have it in my kit and I use it on all my clients, and I just always get flawless skin with it. For concealer, I'm gonna bring my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Natural, as well as my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C2. I'm either gonna mix these two together or I'm gonna wear my Makeup Revolution one. The Tarte one is a little bit drying underneath my eyes now. I don't know why. At least for Vancouver climate, it's a little bit too intense. It might wear a little bit better in hotter weather. Like last year, it looked flawless. I like these two together. To set my under eye area and the rest of my face, I'm bringing my adorable little Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I always bring this little guy when I travel. He's just the cutest. And to further highlight my under eye area, as well as right next to my nose, I like to bring my Cover FX Pressed Mineral Foundation. This is in the shade N20. You guys have seen me use this in a lot of my tutorials. I absolutely love this. I also have N10, but this one looks a little bit better on me when I'm tanned. For bronzer, surprise, surprise, I'm gonna bring my Annabelle Perfect Bronze in the shade Sunkissed and my Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. I'm not gonna bring this one with me because I've hit pan so hard that I know it's just gonna shatter in my luggage. So I actually bought a brand new one for this trip, and because it was on sale in the exact same shade. I love a good sale on Physicians Formula products because they're a little bit pricey. They always go on sale at Shoppers Drug Mart, and can we just, ooh, I'm gonna take out that little useless foamy whatever the fuck this is that nobody ever uses. Like, why would they create this for this bronzer? Honestly, I tried using it and it looks absolutely ridiculous. What was the thought process behind this, you know? I might use it to apply foundation. Kind of curious if it would apply foundation nice. Maybe I'll keep it and test that out at a later date. I'm a little bit torn on highlighter, but I'm only gonna bring one. I always travel with my Balm Mary Luminizer. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've shattered the shit out of this so many times and put it back together. I'm pretty sure the last time I shattered it, I was traveling, and now it kind of looks brand new. It used to have a huge pan in the center. I just love highlighting my inner corners and my nose with this. It's like my everyday highlight, you know? But I also really like this Essence Pure Nude highlighter. It's very natural. Again, perfect for every day, and it looks a little bit deeper than Mary Lou, but it doesn't look deep on the skin. I could live without the Essence one, but I can't live without Mary Lou, so I'm gonna sacrifice her and I'm gonna bring her. Fingers crossed she makes it. I don't normally travel with an eye primer. I just use concealer to do that. For eyeshadow on this trip, I'm gonna be bringing my Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette. This palette is unreal. If you don't have it, you need it. It's basically like traveling with a mini modern Renaissance palette. I use this bottom shade every single day. You guys have seen me use it in my everyday makeup tutorial. If I want a more dramatic look, I can go into the crease with this dark brown. I can warm it up with this orange. I can add a pop of the shimmer in the center, or if I'm looking for a cool tone look, I can go in with this cool tone sort of taupe color, this beautiful dusty lavender shade. I can deepen up the crease with this guy. I've got a matte ivory shade here to set my concealer or apply it on my brow bone. This is just perfect, especially for travel, and I could get away with only bringing this, but I'm also gonna bring this little MAC quad that I frequently travel with. I think I brought this with me last year as well. And in here I have bamboo, texture, shroom, and all that glitters. Sometimes I want a more natural look when I'm traveling, and I like to just blow bamboo all over my lid and then highlight the brow bone with shroom, maybe throw a little all that glitters right in the center of the lid. And you know what? Sometimes if I want like a second highlight, I go in with shroom and it's gorgeous. I removed some of the items out of my makeup bag because I need to lay down my mascaras and eye pencils and stuff on the bottom. What I use for my eyebrows every single day is my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. This also has a spoolie on it, so I don't need to bring a spoolie brush, which is great. I also am bringing my Soap & Glory Archery 2-in-1 Brow in the shade Love is Blonde. I am mainly bringing this because I love the clear gel on the end of it. It keeps my eyebrows in place all day. It's like super glue. I'm probably not gonna wear eyeliner on this trip, but just in case, I'm gonna bring my Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Eye Booster pen. If you guys have been watching my channel for years, you know that this is like my go-to eyeliner. I love it. It's drugstore. It's never let me down. I like to have it just in case the glue on my lash band doesn't dry clear. I usually go in and I cover it up with this eyeliner because nothing drives me more crazy than when I can see the glue on my lash line. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing my Pixi Eye Bright Liner. I use this every single day for my waterline. It's this really light flesh tone shade. It really opens up the eyes and it looks nice in photos. I'm gonna bring my eyelash curler. This is like a no-name eyelash curler that I've had since I was in makeup school. That's a really long time to have an eyelash curler. It's just the best. It's never let me down. I love it. I risk traveling with it and potentially losing it. Just living life in the fast lane. The mascara that I always like to bring with me is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara. Not only for the formula, but for the wand. Something about this wand is just perfection in combination with the eyelashes that I wear every single day. It's like the perfect amount of volume and length and fluff and separation. I'm almost out of this and I need to buy a new one. I know that I should probably bring a waterproof one, but I've always gotten away with just wearing regular mascara, so I think I'll be fine. For blush, I have a few options. I have a couple blushes that I've always traveled with that have never let me down. These are the CoverGirl Cheekers blushes. I don't know if they still make these. This one here is in True Plum, and then we've got Iced Cappuccino. They have a little bit of shimmer in them, but nothing over the top. If anything, they add kind of like a healthy glow to the cheeks. This cool toned pink is just beautiful. Or I could go with a couple of these little Annabelle blushes that I've been falling in love with recently. These are their perfect blushes. This one is in Spring Petal. How freaking pretty is that? This one is not completely matte. It has kind of a shimmery sheen to it. This one is completely matte. It's in the shade Lotus. I really, really like this. It's especially pretty on my cheeks when I'm super pale and not self-tan. So for that reason, I think I might actually leave this one behind because I don't know if it's gonna look as good on tan skin and I don't want to risk it. And this pretty little number is in the shade Rosebud. This reminds me of a MAC blush. The name is not coming to me. I want to say Breath of Plum. It's gonna drive me crazy. I'll put it on the screen once I go through my MAC blushes. So I don't know. This one's not totally matte either. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it. These two would take up less room in my makeup bag, but these two have never let me down. So I'm like in a pickle right now. I think I'm gonna bring the CoverGirl ones. I'm a creature of habit, okay? I'm also bringing a little pair of scissors in case I need to trim my eyelashes. I'm gonna bring a little sharpener for my lip liners. And for eyelashes, my go-to whenever I travel are the Kiss number 11s. These ones are just my everyday lashes. They never let me down. I could actually stretch out a pair of lashes to 7 days if I'm really careful with them. So instead of bringing this bulky ass packaging, I'm gonna cut off just this portion and throw that in there. But I need like heavy duty scissors for that, so I'll be right back. Ta-da! I also left this little spot open here because I'm also gonna bring a pair of the lashes that I'm wearing right now that you just saw in the intro of my video. These lashes I actually found on Amazon. They are faux mink. They're synthetic and they're by the brand Hiralore. They come in a pack of 3. They're gorgeous if you're going for a glam look, but I think I'm also gonna try snipping them in half and only using like that front portion for the outer edge of my eye. I think that would look really pretty. So I'm gonna take a pair of these out and I'm actually gonna stick them to the top of this little thing. And there we are. With these top ones on Amazon, I find that I do need to trim them quite a bit because they are large and in charge. I've already trimmed them now, so I don't have to worry about it while I'm away. I will link these in the description box below for anybody that's interested. This bag here holds the majority of my makeup, and I normally pack it in my luggage with like my clothes and everything. And then I have a separate makeup bag that lives inside my purse with all of my lip glosses and lip liners because I like to touch up while I travel. This bag here lives inside my purse every day of my life. These are the products that I have on me 24/7, not just when I travel. Firstly, I got this bag from Shoppers Drug Mart. That's a drugstore here in Canada. It's super pretty. I love it a lot. It's like the perfect size for every purse that I own. Got a MAC Studio Fix powder. This is in the shade, oh dear, I have no idea. This completely rubbed off. If I can remember what shade this is, I'll put it somewhere on the screen, but I've had this for a really long time. And I only keep this just to touch up like my under eye. It's just kind of like a brightening powder for me. Then I've got an all over powder. This is a Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder in warm beige. I mainly keep this on me when I'm self-tanned, otherwise it's way too deep. I just use it to touch up throughout the day. I'll definitely need to touch up while we're away because I'm gonna be a sweaty fucking mess. And to powder, I like the e.l.f. flat top powder brush. I have like 3 of these. They're absolutely amazing. They're super fluffy, pick up a lot of product, and they just give the skin like a really airbrush finish. So I can't live without this in my makeup bag. I also like to have a little photo focus concealer. This is in the shade light beige. I keep this in here in case I have a breakout or something and I don't have like a foundation to touch up my breakout. Like this is an emergency concealer. I don't wear this every single day. It's just like when I have a pimple and the pimple is healing, I need to conceal it throughout the day. I highly doubt that'll happen while I'm away because my skin has been on point lately, but just as an emergency precaution. I've got a Nivea Mint and Minerals lip balm. This is my favorite. I'm gonna put it on right now actually. Telescopic, it's always been one of my favorites, and sometimes my eyelashes look a little crazy, and all it takes is applying a little bit of mascara to the inner corners of my lash line, and it just sort of blends in my false lashes into my natural lashes a little bit better. I don't know if that makes sense. This applicator is rubber, and it's the only rubber applicator that I actually love and prefer. That just always lives inside my purse. I always have to have lash glue in my purse. I have the original formula by Duo. This is like a little mini version, as well as this green one. It's a brush on. It's a lot more fluid than the original formula. This reminds me a lot of the House of Lashes eyelash glue. It's super sticky. I don't like to use it unless I absolutely have to and I need a more heavy duty eyelash glue, because this is a bitch to remove from my eyelashes after I've worn them. It's a lot harder to clean than the original formula. It kind of shortens the life of my lashes. Like I can't reuse them as much as I'd like to. What else do I have here? Tweezers, of course, for tweezing my eyebrows as well as applying my false eyelashes. I think my sister-in-law gave me these 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. They still haven't let me down. Onto the lip products that never let me down. I've got 3 lip liners. This is the NYX retractable lip liner in the shade Nude. You guys have seen me rock this on many occasions. One of my most repurchased items. And I've got the Essence lip liner in the shade In the Nude, another favorite. You can see the difference between that and the NYX one. It's a a little bit lighter. And then I've got MAC Subculture. Again, a different tone from the other two. I love this so much. Two lipsticks. This is the Wet n Wild matte lipstick in Pink Sugar. I love this. It's so pretty. What I like doing is applying Subculture or in the nude all over the lip, and then applying this over top, but just like pressing it into my lips, not really swiping. It just gives the most beautiful finish. Joe Fresh matte lipstick. Or no, this isn't matte. This is a cream lipstick in the shade Chai. I don't think they make this anymore. Look at that beautiful nude. And then onto my glosses. Hi, hello, dumbass from the future here. I was editing this video. I realized I completely deleted this clip, so I have to go over it again. Remember how I said that I'm like really basic when I travel and I don't bring much? That excludes lip gloss. First, I've got two butter glosses. You can tell these are very loved. I'm almost out of both of them. I've got Creme Brulee, which is this one, and Eclair, which is this one. It's like a cool toned pink. And I like to bring my Hard Candy Cashmere Silk. This is in the shade Buttercream. I think I talked about this in my lip gloss declutter. This formula is amazing. It's so comfortable. I think these lip glosses are like $8 or something like that. The componentry is adorable. Then I've got my Fenty Gloss Bomb. This is just really nice over that Joe Fresh lipstick. And lastly, this is the e.l.f. Cosmetics by Christian Serrano lip oil, and this is in the shade Pink. This lip oil is amazing. I bought two of them because I think they're discontinued now. I haven't seen them on the e.l.f. website, but they do still have them on Target.com. I would highly recommend this gloss. I wish they would make it a permanent shade. It has completely replaced my Buxom full-on lip cream in Lavender Cosmo. I'll swatch everything right now really quickly. Top right is Eclair by NYX. Below that is Creme Brulee, then the Hard Candy Cashmere Silk and Buttercream, Fenty Gloss, and on the left-hand side on the top, that's the e.l.f. lip oil, and below it is Buxom Lavender Cosmo. I think I get more product in the e.l.f. one too. It's a lot more cool-toned than the Buxom. e.l.f. lip oil isn't as sticky as the lip gloss because it's more of an oil, not so much a gloss. Anyway, back to your regular scheduled programming. Okay, so that there is all of my makeup, and now we're gonna move on to some of the skincare that I bring with me. I don't bring too much stuff. I've got my second little travel bag here. I always bring my Kirkland Daily Facial Towelettes. These are from Costco. They are the best face wipes ever. If you buy the jumbo box of these from Costco, which is your only option, so I don't know why I said it like that, you get 2 packs of these 15 towelettes, which are perfect for travel. So I'm gonna just stick that in there. For cleanser, I'm bringing my Tatcha Deep Cleanse. This is a little travel size. It's my favorite cleanser right now. So I'll wipe my face with my towelette, then I'll cleanse with Tatcha. This is a recent purchase. When I do self-tan my face, my skin gets a bit dehydrated. This is the most hydrating spray I've ever used. Shout out to one of you actually who put me on this. I'm looking at you, Stina baby. She's been telling me that I need to go out and pick this up. Finally found it at my local Walmart, and I'm very glad that I did because it is really fucking hydrating. It is moist in here when I spray this on my face. I could never wear this before makeup because it's too dewy for me. Again, unless I'm super dehydrated. Ooh, this shit's good. I'm gonna bring my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I use this day and night. This is really wonderful in the day before your concealer. I'm also gonna bring my Mario Badescu Buffering Lotion. This is an emergency item, just in case for some reason I'm jinxed and I end up breaking out on my trip and I have like an undergrounder. This shit right here, just shake it up. You apply a little bit onto your zit that hasn't yet surfaced, and by the next day, it's like 80% smaller and it doesn't emerge and break through the skin. This shit is amazing. It's like witchcraft. I don't know what's in here. I'm also gonna bring my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I love this stuff. I apply it to my lips every night before bed. It's super hydrating, and you do wake up with baby soft lips, so love it. And for my daytime skincare, Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist, which is so nice. As you can see, it is well loved. This is just so nice. It feels really great on the skin. I'm gonna bring my Embryolisse Let Creme Concentrate. This is a very hydrating moisturizer that I like to use on myself as well as my clients. It's one of my favorite moisturizers across the board for all skin types. And I love that it comes in a little travel size. You can find this at Target in the travel size section. And lastly, I'm gonna gonna bring this cute elastic headband. I like to wear this when I do my skincare and when I remove my makeup, and while I'm actually doing my makeup. It's really cute and it keeps all of the baby hairs out of the way. Oh, and I almost forgot my CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion with SPF 30 because we cannot be prematurely aging out in these California streets, you know? That's another reason why I prefer rainy weather. I know that the sun peeks through the clouds, okay? But it's nothing like spring or summer where you gotta watch your back 24/7 and wear like SPF 60, you know? So I'm gonna bring this as well. I'm pretty bad with facial SPF. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm a saint. I'm not. I regularly forget to wear SPF on my face, which to be honest isn't too bad. I don't really leave the house, so we don't worry about that around these parts. And yeah, that about completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what products you guys recommend to me, because your recommendations are usually on point. You guys never steer me wrong, and I've been wanting to try some products that I haven't tried lately, and I would appreciate your recommendations. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for staying subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, love you, bye.